How do, and welcome back. Well, it's brew day, and today I'm going to be brewing an easy lager, and it's for the book, which is for beginners. So the first beer I introduce them to is a lager because it's very popular. Everybody likes a lager, and it's a very easy one. So I'm not overcomplicating anything. It's just a few ingredients, but it should make a really nice lager beer, or a Pilsner type lager beer. I think I showed you the ingredients a few videos ago, but I've got them all weighed out now. This is 150 grams or 10% of carapils. Now, carapils don't really add much in the way of flavour, but what they do help with is body and also head retention, and you do need that nice big foamy head on a Pils or a German style lager, don't you? So that's what these are for. You can think of them as like a replacement if you was using maltodextrin. This has pretty much the same sort of effect. Adds a little bit to the body, and it also helps with head retention. So I've got 150 grams of that, which is 10%, because this is 1.5 kilograms of a Pilsen Light. It's Breeze Pilsen Light pure malt extract. So this will be the fermentable. I'm only brewing 12 litres, so this should be fine. This is all I need, about 1.5 kilograms. Although it is a liquid malt extract, so I'll get about 1.2 kilograms for fermentables, because 20% of this is water. So I'm looking probably about 4% beer, 4.5%. For the hops, I've weighed those out. I'm going to add 25 grams of Northern Brewer. Now, I've run out of hop socks, and I usually have loads, but I can't find them. So I think I'm going to be using the Hop Spider, and I'll just put the Northern Brewer in, just loose. That's 25 grams, and it's 5% alpha acid. So doing the maths, that should give me these 25 grams about a 32 IBU, or it's around about 10 homebrew units. If you're used to homebrew units, also known as alpha acid units, it's about 10, but it's about 30 to 32 IBUs. And then another 25 grams will go in at flame out and will steep for 15 minutes. But this is SARS, it's not Northern Brewer, these are SARS hops. So that's all it is. Very simple beer. I've got my urn on. That's hot. I shouldn't have done that. It's up to 65 degrees. So I'm going to put in the carapils and I'm going to let it steep. There's about 4 or 5 litres of water in here. So I'm just going to put these in. I've got my false bottom in, so they're not going to scorch. Give it a bounce. And I'm going to let them steep for half an hour. And what my plan is today is, once those have steeped, I'm going to transfer the water into my kettle, and I'm then going to add, oh, my lights are all playing up, I hope it hasn't affected the video. I'm then going to add the pure malt extract. I'm going to mix it all in and get it dissolved. I'll then top it up to 12 litres, bring it up to the boil and add the hops. And pretty much that's it. Really simple brew day. Okay, I will be back when this is ready. Welcome back. Well, it's been half an hour. I've transferred the grains into a strainer, just letting them drip. And what I'm now going to do is just pour this into here, and I'm going to bring it up to about 90 degrees. And then what I'll do is I will add, oh, careful. I will add the extract, which is now warming up to make it soft. I've taken the tin foil bit off the top because they're very well packaged, are these Breeze. It's a plastic tub, but it's got a sealed metal, like a tin foil cover on the top. I've taken that off. I've heated it up for about 10-15 minutes now, so it should be ready by the time this water comes up to about 90 degrees. It'll be ready then. I'll turn it off. I'll turn the heater off because I don't want this to scorch. It's liquid malt extract, and what that's going to do, it's just going to sink right to the bottom. So I don't want it to scorch. So I'm going to turn the heat off, and then I will mix in the malt extract. So let's get started. Yeah, come on. Right, put the lid over that. This has got an insulated base, so I'm not going to burn my fingers. Just going to pour that in. Pour it over the grains as well. There we go. That's that done. Oh, taps on. Yes, a very good note. Oh, bloody hell. I left the tap on. I haven't lost that much though, I don't think. I hope not. No, there's still about 5 litres in there, so I'm alright. This must be a 6 litre tin. Oh, I'm going to have to mop that up now. Anyway, yes, note to self and anybody watching, before you pour water into something with a tap, make sure the tap is switched off. Anyway, there we go. Wouldn't be brew day without some disaster, would it? So let me turn this on, and I'm just going to bring that up to about 90 degrees. Now it's not, because there's only 5 litres in here, it's not actually touching my thermometer, so I'm going to keep testing it with this. At the moment it's about 50, so I've lost 15 degrees transferring from here, which was at 65, to here. Okay, just a waiting game. Okay, this has come up to about 85 now. I could actually bring it to the boil. I forget, I usually use dry malt extract, and when you're mixing dry malt extract, say at about 85 or 90 degrees, you don't get half as much clumping as when you actually add it at boiling point. With liquid malt extract it doesn't really matter. In fact, it would probably dissolve quicker if it was at boiling point, but that anyway. So I've been soaking this for about 20 minutes in hot water, so this should now be nice and runny. So I'm just going to mix it in to the water, and then I'm going to top it all up to 12 litres. I've turned the heater off because I don't want this to scorch. It is going to sink to the bottom, but we'll be alright if the heater is off. Okay, so let me pour this in. There we go. And I'm just going to mix it around. Okay, most of that's in. I've now put hot water into here, and I'm just going to give it a good shake, and then we'll get all of that malt out. There it is. Now I'll just bring this up to boiling point. Oh, I'll add the water first, of course. It's bang on. So that's 12 litres now, and I'll just bring that up to the boil, and then I can start throwing in the hops. Well, this is at a nice rolling boil now. I'm just watching this temperature. Is it rolling boil? But it seems to be frothing up a bit still. So I'm just going to keep my eye on that. And what I'm going to do is add my bittering hops, which is the Northern Brewer. Now, I've done some calculations online, and if I added another 8 grams grams, so that brings it to 33 grams of Northern Brewer, 5.5% alpha acid, don't forget. I can cut my boil time down by half, so it's only a 30 minute boil for the same level of bitterness, which is about 31 IBUs. So that's what I've done. I've just added 8 more grams, so it's 33 grams of Northern Brewer, 5.5% alpha acid, and they'll be boiled for 30 minutes, and that will give me about 31 IBUs. I'm going to use the hop spider because I don't have a hop sock for this, so I thought I just might as well use the hop spider, and in they go. And I come back in half an hour. Well, as you can probably hear, I've turned my heater off and I lost 1 litre of water in that 30 minutes. So what I've done is I've just topped it up with some more cold water back up to the 12 litre mark, and that's helped just to bring the temperature down. It's now at 90 degrees, so I'm going to add 25 grams of SARS. I had them bagged in a hop sock, but I thought as I'm using the spider I might as well just chuck it in the spider. So this is going to be for aroma. There'll be a little bit of flavour coming from them as well, but I'm just going to let them stand now and seep for 15 minutes, and then it's the transfer. I've already got my bucket ready, it's all been sanitised, so yeah, in 15 minutes do the transfer. I must admit it's looking a bit murky, it's looking a bit muddy. Well, I'll have to wait and see after it's fermented. Hopefully it'll be that nice golden colour, but I am quite surprised at the colour of it. But anyway, I just took a little bit of a cheeky taste test, and it is nicely bittered, so that's great. Okay, I'll see you in 15 minutes. Okay, well, now it is time to turn the tap on. So here we go. Let's turn this tap on, and there it flows. Actually, in the pipe it's looking a lot better. It looks a bit darker because the hop spider doesn't contain all of the hop material. There's still this like powdery stuff that gets through into the wort, but all that'll drop out during fermentation or after. But yeah, that's looking a much better colour now. Okay, so that's pretty much brew day over. This is going to be too hot to pitch the yeast. So the yeast I'm using, I think I showed it in the last video when I went through the ingredients. It's Mangrove Jack's M54 Californian lager yeast. It's a hybrid lager yeast that brews at around 16 to 18 degrees without any off flavours. It said actually the range is, oh, there it goes, all 12 litres. It says the range is 18 to 20, but I'll probably be brewing on the low side, probably 16 to 18. And yeah, I'm going to give it a full 2 weeks and then bottle. 2 weeks in the bottles, and we should be able to then taste our first Pilsner, so that'll be good. I might add a bit of fining as well, because you know Pilsners should be clean and crisp and clear, so I might add some finings, and then I might even, because of the weather now, the temperature outside, I might leave them in here for a month or so. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think I'll be able to resist trying 1 or 2 though. Okay, that's it. I'm going to get the top back on the fermenter. Everything's sanitised, my airlock's ready, and then I'm just going to leave it for a few hours, let that temperature come down, and then I'll pitch the yeast. Okay, thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure, and as always, I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye for now.